Five. Aloha and welcome back, buddies. I am Sammy Grayson, and it is time for more Dawntrail. So, last time we decided to take a quick break from the main story to start up the role quests. We started the caster quests. So, brief recap. 6 powerful yet very stupid people calling themselves Passage of the Unbound or some shit like that have stolen powerful artifacts from the different tribes in Terral, and we're here tracking down one of them. The Perch of the Apex, I believe it's called. It's like a little totem thing that, as far as I can tell, basically gives you the luck powers of Nagito Kamaida from Danganronpa. And it's in the hands of some idiot trying to go around being the savior of Razathan. And Thavnir in general, I guess. So it's going to be interesting to see where the fuck this all leads. Kokose. I'm afraid there's been some developments that are less than encouraging. News of the Justicar's actions have spread throughout the city, with each retelling his deeds becoming more valorous. Younger citizens in particular seem to view him as something of an idol. That's not good. Despite the creatures he hunts posing no real danger, he would paint them as mighty beasts in need of felling. Of course, the Radiant host are far too busy to trouble themselves culling every pest that casts a sideways glance at the city's gates. Yet the Justicar has twisted circumstances to his advantage. He proclaims to anyone who will listen that the Radiant hosts shrink with terror before these beasts, and that he's the only one who can eradicate them. Though you might expect such claims to be dismissed as wild ramblings, it seems no few people have fallen for his ploy. The whispers of his exploits among the youth have practically grown into a clamor. But we mustn't be discouraged, for his increasing fame only makes it easier for us to sniff out his trail. We're better to start than Razathan. See you there, Kokose. Well, then let's freaking head over there, then. There you are. And whoop. Given how large the city is, let's split up to cover more ground. Well, I already have a destination in mind, the High Crucible. Here the alchemists there concoct all manner of tinctures and powders, including those which can help detect traces of energies left behind by magics and enchanted tools. Fallen rocks have invariably marked locations where the Justicar has performed one of his feats, and I believe an alchemical mixture can help us determine if their presence is the work of the treasure. I'm hardly an expert in such concoctions, though, so I'll seek advice at the High Crucible. While I'm doing that, I would ask that you go to the Hall of the Radiant Host and see if they have any new information on the Justicar's whereabouts. Does that plan sound agreeable to you? Great. Now that we both have our tasks, let's get to them. I'll meet you back here once my business is done. Let's see. Here's the Hall of the Radiant Host, where I still have not done any of the Endwalker role quests on this character. Now, I'm specifying on this character. Okay, thank God it's not the same room. Hello. What can you tell us about this Justicar? I'm tired of hearing about this Justicar. His popularity among the city's younglings is quickly becoming a cause for concern. Try as we might to refute his claims that the Radiant hosts are allowing monstrous beasts to run amok unchecked. You know how young minds are. Impressionable and difficult to change, once said. We initially disregarded him as a boastful eccentric, but his alarming sway over the populace can no longer be ignored. We are at present considering whether to open a formal investigation into his activities. You and this ally of yours have done well in your search thus far. You even have a working theory about the falling stones. Quite impressive. Several of our number have encountered him during their patrols, only to lose sight of him under a hail of rocks. Such incidents have become all too frequent, and many in our ranks demand we act. For now, I'm afraid this is all the help I can offer. Please share what I've told you with your companion, and together we may yet unmask the Justicar. Back to the plaza. Bing, 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 bing. So yeah, they kind of had no idea what's going on either. It's heartening to know that the Radiant hosts are taking this seriously. Thank you for speaking with them, Kukoze. I have good tidings as well. I explained the situation to the alchemists, and they have provided a powder that should help detect traces of magic in the surrounding environment. I say help because the powder reacts only faintly on its own. To function properly, it requires skills of one practicing the arcane arts. Luckily, I have you. I've committed the locations of all the settings of the Justicar to memory, and the closest to us was at the Perfumed Rise. So if this powder works as intended. Alright, set on out. That's the nearest one. And where's the furthest one? Actually. That is a rock. The Justicar was sighted near here, and I didn't see any other conspicuous stones around. I sprinkled powder over this one. Concentrate your focus, or inner eye, or whatever it is that's the locus of your power. See if you can't detect any unnatural forces. Yes, let me get out my brush. And use it as a divining rod. Yep, that is a magical rock, all right. A rock that's been affected by magic, at least. Super magic rock. So, are you able to detect anything? I sure was. I knew you could do it. It's because there are no crystals in the rock. The energy you detected must be the remnants of some kind of spell, is that right? Taking the story of the Radiant we rescued previously into account, we can conclude that the Justicar used the treasure to call those stones down from the sky. At least now we have an inkling of its true nature. Even so, not every question has been answered. The Radiant told us that even as the Justicar stood before the creature, he seemed to have trouble calling forth the Apex's power at first. My father once said that the perch of the Apex is much like the wand he used to weave his magics. Of course, the main difference between them is the unique nature of the essence stored within the treasure. I know little of such arcane instruments, but you must be quite familiar with them. How do you use yours? Channel ether into it. I see. Even with the right instrument, spellcasting requires the use of specific techniques. Justicar seems to lack any such expertise, so how did he tap into the treasure's power? I suppose the perch of the Apex possesses some unique method of activation. I don't fucking know, Dynamis? When I spoke to the representatives of the other tribes about their treasures, no one mentioned special techniques being required. Not that the relics should have much in common to begin with. Hello. You two, did you see an Ori girl pass through here by herself? I'm afraid not. What happened? Wait, I recognize you both. The hero of the final days and a recent visitor from Tyrol. Apologies for the imposition, but may I beg your assistance? It's all that Justicar's fault. The girl said she was off to join that fool's crusade and ran out of Yedlimod before anyone could stop her. Cool, now he's unintentionally putting people in danger. The mother begged us to find her, but if she's following the Justicar, she could be anywhere. He's been sighted at locations scattered all over Thavnir. Can't just stand here looking at rocks while the girl is in danger, especially if the Justicar is involved. We have to help. That'd be much appreciated. We're searching places where the Justicar has been spotted before, so perhaps you could start with where he hasn't been seen. Good idea. As far as I know, he hasn't been sighted at the northern shores. Come on, Kukoze. So we're expecting him to show up there to, what, slay a crab? Just some random-ass big crab. Or maybe we are. A young Tyrali girl. And I forgot again. Cool. I keep forgetting about the canvases. Are you okay? I heard fighting, so I came as fast as I could. It's a good thing you arrived in time to save the girl. Thank you, miss. Thank you. I'm glad you're safe, but your mother must be worried sick. Shouldn't wander off like that, especially not to look for a trickster like the Justicar. What? You mean he's a bad man? Yes, exactly. He stole an important treasure from my village, and now he's using it to make himself look brave. But he needed to kill the monsters, to protect us. There's no excuse for stealing. Not to fool you younglings, but the Radiant Host knows what he's up to. But he said he'd save us from the monsters. He's our hero. Radiant said we shouldn't be scared, but we all know that the Justicar is the one who keeps us safe. You don't need the Radiants anymore. No hero can save the world alone. I assume you know who I am. I'm sorry. I shouldn't say bad things about the Radiants. They protected everyone in the final days. I guess I forgot how much they care about us. I'm sorry too. I shouldn't have spoken to you like that after all you've been through. You said the Justicar is a thief and a trickster, but I hope it's not true. He's my hero. And I'd best escort her back to Yedlimod. I'll meet you there later, Kukoze. Oh, hello. All the way over in Yedlimod. The girl and her mother are reunited. And I think we can both give ourselves a pat on the back. They're on their way now to inform the radiant host that all is well. I would like to apologize for before. Let my emotions get the better of me and harangue that poor girl when she was hardly to blame for anything. Really should have been scolding myself. Kokose, there's something I neglected to tell you before. The man who now calls himself the Justicar came to us in the guise of a worldly merchant. He was eager to ask about the perch of the Apex and its history, and I was equally eager to tell him, not even considering what he might do with the information. So proud of my father for being appointed as its guardian, I suppose I was trying to impress the stranger out of sheer vanity. That vanity led to my father being attacked and the treasure being stolen from under our noses. I have no choice but to make amends for my mistake and bring it back. Some are convinced that the Justicar acts only to serve the greater good. Couldn't accept that he might not be as rotten as I thought, and I lashed out at the wrong person. From now on, I can't let my emotions cloud my judgment. I must remain calm and look at the facts for what they are. And the facts say that the Justicar has done no harm to the people of Thafnir. Even so, the organization he serves, the Passage of the Unbound, is evil to its very core. If his actions at my village are not villainy, I don't know what is. The situation is fraught with contradictions. I still don't know what to think. What about you, Kokose? Even if he hasn't attacked anyone, his actions are stirring unrest. I agree. He speaks of justice and heroism with great bluster, yet there's something we're missing. Thank you, Kokose, for your wise words. Sometimes I find it difficult to keep my heart from skewing my perspective, so I'm grateful that you're here to help me see clearly. So it seems our objective is unchanged. Track down the man who stole my people's sacred treasure. Whatever his intentions may be, unraveling them comes secondary to finding the man himself. I'll continue to pour my every effort into the search. Stop by from time to time and I may have something new to share with you. I assume we're blocked off till... Oh! Look, not even half a level away from that. I mean, I assume these stop at 100, so... Okay. You know what? I'm gonna call this episode a little early. Thank you all so much for joining me. If you like this video, leave a like and a comment. If you want to see more, hit subscribe and the bell. And I'll see you guys next time after I get back to where the story is.